Hey guys, it's Hazeltail and I am bringing you this fiery ombre mask in today's 13 Days of Halloween video. And there are going to be a lot like rushing out at the last minute because of me being sick and in urgent care and all of that, but I am going to get them all up, I promise. And this makeup is super simple and it's a good idea for maybe a last minute costume. If you don't have a costume, you could just do this and then wear your normal clothes or maybe all black. I did one of these masks every year the past 2 years and I will link them right there. And I believe those are both rainbow. This is the first one I've done that's just warm colors. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. And if there are any videos you'd like to see specifically, you can always leave them in a comment down below or private message me. And don't forget to check out my different social media accounts. They're always listed at the very end of the video and also in the description box down below. And if you wear this makeup or any of my other Halloween tutorials, be sure to tag me on Twitter or Instagram so I can see them. Now let's just get on with the tutorial. The first thing I did was apply eye primer all over my eyelids and under my eye and just all over my eye area in general. Then I used a white eyeliner pencil to draw the outline of the mask. The bottom of the mask is just 2 half circles under my eyes, which then go down to a point on my nose. It's easier just to show you than to explain. Constantly look straight forward into a mirror to make sure your mask is even. Above my eyebrows, I created 2 swirls that kind of meet in the center of my forehead. It's much easier to show you than to explain, but just keep making sure that they're really even. And then towards the center of my forehead, I brought the mask down to a point between my eyes so it matches the one on my nose. Then I realized I didn't really like one of the swirls, so I smudged it off and redrew it. And you can keep doing this until you're happy with the shape. Then I completely filled in the mask with a white jumbo eyeshadow pencil. And I kind of just smeared it all over my face inside the lines, and I really made sure to cover my eyebrows with this. And then I took a synthetic fluffy brush and smoothed everything out. If you don't have a jumbo eye pencil, you can use a white eyeshadow base, a white eyeliner, or a white grease paint. This color is mostly matte, but you can use any finish you want. And I used a stiff eyeshadow brush to very carefully apply that to the edges of the mask. It's easier to go slow and be careful than try to clean it up afterwards. And of course, if you want to, you can use a smaller brush. Then when I was finished outlining the mask, I used the same brush to blend it inwards towards the center of my face. Don't worry if the outer edge isn't as red anymore, we're gonna go back and fix that in a minute. The next color I used was a bright matte orange. And I took that on a somewhat fluffy brush and applied that along the edges of the red. You want the colors to blend into each other without a harsh line. Then I used what was left on the brush from the red eyeshadow and blended that in with the orange a little bit. For the next color, I'm using a bright matte yellow. I just applied the yellow along the inner edges of the orange and blended it in using the same process I did with the red and orange. I also took the yellow onto my eyelids and just barely into my crease. And I also used it to fill in any gaps between my lower lash line and the orange. And then I went back in with the orange to brighten it up a little. And then I did the same thing with the red. Again, being really careful around the edges. Finally, I just filled in the remaining space on my mask with a matte pale yellow. My eyeliner was super simple for this look. I just used a black pencil to fill in my upper and lower waterlines. And I let it smudge slightly onto my upper and lower lash lines, but nothing bold. Then I used a red lip liner to outline the edges of my mask. If this is something you actually use on your lips, you should sanitize it before and after you use it on your face, as well as sharpen it in between. I couldn't get a perfectly even line. This eyeliner was actually dying as I used it and was pretty dry. So I used a very small smudger brush just to go over the edges to smooth them out. And then I tried to add a tiny bit more pencil to one of the swirls, and that is when I killed the pencil completely. And for a finishing touch, I just applied some of my favorite mascara. I already had a little bit of concealer on my blemishes. If you don't have any, then that's no worry, and you're good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this video and the next few are going to be a little late because of my sickness, but I really appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. I love you guys. Happy Halloween!